And a very good Monday morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Joe Beningo back with you again, the Oh the Pain podcast. It's Monday. It is November 11th, 2024. It is Veterans Day 2024 as well. And Joe Beningo, Oh the Pain podcast brought to you by the Hackensack Brewing Company, by Anita Discount Tire, by Manscaped, and cardwinners.net. Before we get into any of the sports, first of all, Veterans Day. Let me thank all the people who have served our great country over the years, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, every branch of the military. We thank them for their service. All the veterans who have, the veterans that have given their lives, the veterans who have, given their, bodies, if you will, are not the same anymore coming back from war for our great country. And as you know, my father, of course, a veteran, was a World War II veteran, was a prisoner of war for the Germans for 9 months, helped expedite his death, even though he survived that. And I thank him again, my father, who just, made me what I am. Thank him so much. He's been dead for many years. He died in 1967 at the very young age of 44. But we thank him. And I know somewhere my father's smiling at the events of last Tuesday. I know he's got a big smile on his face after what happened in the election. So God bless America. God bless all the veterans. God bless my father. And maybe now we can start to get this country back where it needs to be. Okay. Let's get to the sports. What a disgraceful performance yesterday by the Jets. I mean, what else? If you're a Jet fan today, I mean, you're probably like me. I watched this game yesterday, and I was basically numb the entire game. I mean, there's no other way to say it. You knew they were dead. The Cardinals get the ball, go right down the field in 4 plays to score a touchdown. But you knew the Jets were dead when they drive as well, get all the way down into the red zone, and they can't convert for the touchdown. They have to settle for a field goal. You knew right then and there they were not winning this game. This was an out-and-out disgrace. They had 10 days to prepare for this Arizona team, and this is what you got? This defense, what a disgrace. I mean, this defense got overrun yesterday. They couldn't stop Kyler Murray and company at all. At one point in the game, what did Murray complete? Like 17 consecutive passes? They could do whatever they wanted to do, throw the ball, run the ball, miss tackle after miss tackle. How about that? To me, this is the signature play of this disgraceful football game. This is it. The play where it's a third down play, Murray hits their tight end. I don't know if it was McBride, Ertz, whoever the tight end was that caught it. Hits him, and Sauce Gardner's there to tackle him about 5 yards short of the first down. And he can't get him down, and the tight end breaks away and gets 15 yards for the first down. Are you serious? Aren't you sick and tired of the overrated Sauce Gardner? Let's be honest. This guy stinks. He stinks. He's had a terrible year. I wouldn't pay this guy a dime when his contract comes up. He never gets an interception, right? Does he cover? Does he really cover as great as we think he does? I don't know. Never gets an interception. Can't hold on to a ball, and he can't tackle anybody. What the hell good is he? What a disgrace. To me, that was the signature play of this game and probably of this entire wasted season for this football team. I mean, the defense was abysmal. I mean, the Cardinals, they were, let's put it this way. The defense yesterday was non-competitive. And I know the Cardinals are a good team. They've won 4 in a row. They're leading the NFC West right now. I get it. But this is not the dynasty Kansas City Chiefs or the Patriots with Tom Brady, or even the Detroit Lions who are just, beating everybody right now. The Cardinals are a decent team, but to just have the Jet defense be absolutely waxed yesterday, like, it was basically Oregon playing, I don't know, who knows, Sacred Heart or somebody like that, and all due respect to Sacred Heart. I mean, you got to be freaking kidding. This was an NFL defense yesterday? Come on. Unbelievable. I don't know what to say. And the offense stunk too. They were terrible. Rodgers they stunk. Couldn't score in the red zone. They had their opportunities. They moved the ball up and down the field a lot, and they couldn't put it in the end zone. Some of the play calling was terrible. There was one sequence where they got a second and goal. They run for I think it was first and goal from the 6. I forget what the score was. I don't know if they were, I think maybe it was 24-6 at this point. Might have been the opening drive of the second half. I don't know. Somewhere in the second half. They drive down. They got a first and goal on the 6-yard line. They give the ball to Braylon Allen. He goes for 3 yards. And then they throw the ball 3 straight times and they don't score. Can you run again on second and goal from the 3? What? Really? I mean, come on. Absolute disgrace. You got nothing out of Devontae Adams yesterday. You got nothing out of anybody. Rodgers wasn't any good. I mean, it was unbelievable how bad this game was. Where does this franchise go? The season's over. I mean, stop kidding yourself. They're 3-7. They got 7 games left, and you can say, well, they got winnable games. They got the Colts. They got the Seahawks. They got Miami. You could say whatever you want. This team's going to win maybe 5 games this year, maybe 6. They're going to probably wind up being something like 5-12, 6-11, something like that. What a disgrace. And I actually feel bad for Jeff Ulbrich because Jeff Ulbrich is way over. He is completely over his head as head coach of this football team. And it wasn't like he was lobbying to be the coach of the team because he wasn't. All of a sudden he woke up one morning after that game in London and Woody says, you know what? I'm firing the coach. You're the head coach, Jeff. Oh, really? And obviously this guy is not getting it done. This team is not ready to play football. They were not ready to play football yesterday. This was an out-and-out disgrace, what we saw. No other way to say it. And this is on its way to being with the expectation level that we had coming into this year with Aaron Rodgers and all of that, with what the expectations were, this is shaping up to be one of the worst seasons in the history of this franchise. And that's saying a lot. Let's be honest. That is saying a lot. And where do we go from here? I mean, it's just, I don't know what to say. 56 years without a Super Bowl appearance, 14 years without a playoff appearance, 9 years without a winning season. I mean, one crap coach after. Just think of all the coaches we have had just since 2000. Think about it. We always talk about the Steelers. They've had 3 coaches since 1970. Every one of them has won a Super Bowl. And the Steelers would have, really, thank God I watched that Steeler-Washington Redskin game or Commander game. Maybe now with the change of the administration, maybe it's time now to have the Redskins be the Redskins again and the Indians be the Indians again. That would be nice. But anyway, be that as it may, the Commanders, thank God I watched the Commander Steeler game because that was a tremendous game yesterday. And Washington, even though they lost, is a team that's on their way with Jaden Daniels. And Dan Quinn's done a great job. And the Steelers find ways to win. And how about this, okay? The indignity, maybe even worse than the disgraceful performance by our football team yesterday, was that Mike Williams, who Joe Douglas, who he's got to go to, I'm tired of his act, okay, Joe? Time to get your ample ass out of here too, We've had enough of you, all right? Your record is abysmal as the general manager of this team, okay? But he couldn't wait to trade Mike. We got no third receiver because Alan Lazard is hurt. You're using this guy Corley and Gibson, who really are not any good. I don't know. Maybe Corley will be good someday. He'll always be remembered for dropping the ball on the 2-yard line instead of getting in the end zone. But he with no third receiver, he trades Mike Williams to Pittsburgh for a 5th-round pick. And what happens? Mike Williams catches the game-winning touchdown against Washington yesterday on that wild play with Russell Wilson, who, by the way, has been totally, has reinvented himself now that he's playing for the best organization in the NFL and in my mind, the best head coach in the NFL, and Mike Tomlin. Russell Wilson looks like he's back to what he was in 2013, 2014. That's how he's playing. Mike Williams catches the game-winning touchdown pass for the Steelers. What an indignity. You should have known, right? I spoke to the great Ira in Staten Island yesterday. He's livid. He's disgusted. We're all the Jet fans. We're all disgusted, of course. But he said to me before the game, he said, look, we're definitely losing because Mike Williams scored. Mike Williams catches the game-winning touchdown pass for the freaking Steelers. We're losing this game. And it's so typical of the Jets. They trade this guy away for basically nothing. He goes to a much, 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 much superior team, and to me, the best organization in the league, and catches the game-winning touchdown pass. What a freaking surprise. Nice job by Joe Douglas. But where the hell do we go from here? Really, let's be honest. Robert Saleh was not a good coach. We all agree on that. I think everybody agrees. But the bottom line is, and even though, I didn't have a great problem with Woody firing him, he made a mistake firing him when he did. He made a mistake. He should have either fired Saleh at the end of the year last year or just played out the rest of the year and let him be the coach and then fire him at the end of the year. That's what he should have done. And now where are they? They're in no man's land now. Now what do you do? What do we do now? What's the next move? You fired Saleh, didn't work. You brought in Devontae Adams, hasn't worked. You finally got Hassan Reddick on the field, didn't work. Where do you go from here? You brought in Aaron Rodgers, been a disaster. Where are we as a franchise? We suck. We're one of the worst teams in football, and it's even when there's a lot of bad teams. I mean, if you're a Giant fan today, you're not exactly doing a dance with how bad they are. There's a lot of bad teams in this league. But even the Patriots, they won again yesterday. They beat the Bears in Chicago yesterday. Beat them bad, 13-3. We're worse than they are now. Let's be real. The Patriots are better than us. Basically, everybody is. That was an absolute disgrace yesterday. And this franchise is a freaking disgrace. So where do we go from here? Tell me where we go from here. Tell me. What do we do now? What do we do? Do we just play out the rest of the year, win 5 games, maybe 6 games, put ourselves in a draft position where we can't get the top quarterbacks because God knows we got to draft a young quarterback. We have to have that. What does Rodgers have? Maybe 1 more year? I'd run it back with Rodgers 1 more year next year with a real head coach in here. And I'm all for Rex Ryan coming back. I know a lot of people say, Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel's won diddly, okay? At least Rex got us to the championship game 2 years in a row. I'm ready to bring Rex back. He'd walk back here to be the head coach of this freaking team. And he'd come back with a chip on his shoulder. Where do we go from here? Tell me. We got 7 games left in the season. Like I said, what are we going to win? 5, 6 games? And I want to throw this out there too. And this again, it wouldn't have mattered because it was such a disgrace yesterday, this freaking football game. I think the Jets just missed another tackle. I'll tell you, I've had enough of Sauce Gardner. Again, that's the signature play of the year is that missed tackle by Sauce Gardner on their tight end yesterday when he had him wrapped up for a 3rd down stop. What a disgrace. But how about the officiating in this football game? There were 2 times in this game where the ball is on the ground, the Cardinals fumble, the Jets recovered both times, and neither play winds up counting. How the hell is that possible? How about the play? And it was still relatively a game. It might have been 14-6. It might have been 21-6 as I do my coffee here. Good to the last drop. Is that Maxwell House? This is chock full of nuts. The heavenly. It's heavenly, it's heavenly. You're a Jet fan. You're in heaven right now. But anyway, I don't know what heaven that might be. But anyway, how about the play? So Kyler Murray fumbles the snap, right? The Jets clearly recover it. And wait a minute. The officials get together and say it was an illegal snap. We're going to do the play over. What? Are you kidding me? Even our good buddy Gene Steratore, we all love Gene, boy, I tell you, talk about a guy that's stealing money. Anyway, even our buddy Gene Steratore, okay, said, what do you mean a do-over? The play should have been a good play. And the Jets recovered the fumble. And the official says, no, it was an illegal snap, do-over. What? Do-over? And then there was another play later where the Jets fumbled. I think it was Connor that fumbled. The Jets recover, and they say, no, down by contact. He was down by contact, can't review the play. As Ulbricht's got he's got the flag out ready to throw it out there. No. He was down by contact, no fumble. Really? It's bad enough that we suck, okay? It's bad enough my team's a piece of shit right now. There's no other way to say it, okay? Bad enough, right? And then you got the officials hosing us too. You got to freaking be kidding me. What a disgrace. Let me tell you right now, and I've said this over a gazillion times. The officiating in the NFL is a disgrace. You know, Roger Goodell, who all he really cares about is playing games in Germany and playing games in England and playing games in Brazil and playing games in Mexico and playing games, I don't know, who knows, in Beijing maybe next, Moscow, I don't know, okay? All this asshole commissioner cares about is money, money, money. Could care less about the fans, could care even less about the players who are basically just a piece of meat, let's be honest to them. It's a disgrace, right? But his officials, they're okay. Did they even vet these guys? You're telling me with all the goddamn gambling, with all the gambling services that the National Football League is in bed with, okay, with all of them, whether it's DraftKings, whether it's FanDuel, whether it's BetMGM, whether it's, everybody has a betting service. ESPN has their own betting service. That's unbelievable, right? Above and beyond. You're going to tell me that every one of these officials is on the up and up? Am I supposed to believe that? I have a hard time freaking believing that. And like I said, it wouldn't have mattered yesterday because the Jets sucked, okay? I mean, forget about it. The Jets could not have been. Give me the worst team in college football. Who is that? There's a lot of bad ones, okay? I don't know who it is. You give me the worst team in college. I can't even say Rutgers at this point. They actually had a nice win over Minnesota the other day. Give me the worst team in college football right now. And like I said, there's a number of pretty bad teams in college football right now. They wouldn't have beat they would have beat the Jets yesterday. That's how bad it was. So I don't want to blame it on the officials. But I mean, come on. I mean, that was an out and out just joke by the officials yesterday. The snap was not a legal snap. Let's do the play over. What the hell was that? I don't know where we go from here, Jet fans. I really don't. I'm telling you, here's what I swear to God. Desperate times, call for desperate measures. If I'm Woody Johnson now, okay, here's the deal. You got the Colts coming up. That mercifully they flexed this game to a 1:00 game next week. And not another one of these hideous night games. Thank God for that, okay? That's number one. But the bye is the week after that. I don't care, whatever they do against the Colts, does it really matter if they win the game or not? It doesn't matter. They probably won't. Joe Flacco will probably, take them apart. Why would we not be surprised by that? But no matter what happens next week, maybe it's time during the bye to bring somebody in here. Jeff Ulbricht's over his head. He is not a head coach. Might be a decent or defensive coordinator, not a head coach. And like I said, I feel bad for him. Maybe it's time now to bring Rex in now. Let's go. Why not? Desperate times call for desperate measures. You sit down with your team, say, this is what we're doing. We're bringing Rex Ryan in here now. And I'll tell you right now, you'll see a difference in his football team. I take Rex back in a heartbeat. The biggest mistake Woody Johnson ever made was firing Mike Tannenbaum and bringing in that absolute garbage John Idzik, garbage general manager. Might be a nice guy, garbage general manager John Idzik. And the Jets have never recovered from that. We have not recovered from that move. Eventually, Rex got fired, and you look at these coaches we had, and I'm going, and I kind of lost my train of thought. But let's go back to the coaches from 2000. Al Groh, who lasted all of 1 year, couldn't wait to get the hell out of here after the Jets were 9-4 and then lost their last 3 games to blow the playoffs. And then Groh leaves to go to Virginia. He had his foot out the door already. Al Groh, Herman Edwards, another guy, took us to the playoffs 3 times. Love Herman. He couldn't wait to leave. Get me the hell out of here. I'm going to Kansas City. Then Mangini, who probably was fired too soon after Brett Favre got hurt in that whole disaster. Then we just discussed what happened with Rex. Then you bring in Todd Bowles, right? Not exactly lighting it up in Tampa these days, as they've lost 4 in a row as well. But Todd Bowles, he has the one good year. He goes 10-6. They blow it when they should have made the playoffs, losing that last game to Buffalo. They don't get there. And, and then it was all downhill for Bowles from there. The absolute disaster of Adam Gase. The absolute disaster of Robert Saleh. And here we are. With our heads up our ass again. I'm beside myself as a Jet fan. You have to be beside yourself as a Jet fan now. How much more of this crap can we take? I'm telling you, desperate times call for desperate measures. Bring Rex in at the bye. That's what I would do. But Ulbrich back as the defensive coordinator, and then after the season's over, Rex is the head coach, and he brings in his people, and you find a new GM. Bring Tannenbaum back. Get freaking Joe Douglas down. I'm tired of him. Get him the hell out of here. Thank you so much, Joe. Nice trade there with Mike Williams. That worked out good, right? Did you enjoy watching Mike catch the game-winning touchdown pass for Pittsburgh yesterday? I know I didn't. And we want to thank Joe Douglas. Joe, thank you so much for Mekhi Becton, Denzel Mims, Zach Wilson, right? Thank you so much for all those great moves you made. Getting rid of John Franklin Myers, getting rid of Bryce Huff, letting him go. Thanks. Thanks, Joe. Unbelievable. I am so goddamn disgusted with this football team. And even Sauce Gardner, who I've had it now, right? Haven't you had it with Sauce? Oh, I think he just missed another tackle. Oh, I just dropped another pick. Come on. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Bring Rex in here at the bye, and let's see what happens from there. Get Douglas the hell out of here. Bring Tannenbaum back. Let's go. And I'm okay running back another year with Rodgers. I am. I really am. I'll give him one more year, okay? But they got to freaking draft a young quarterback. They need to bring in a young quarterback that's going to be developed for a year and not play and sit behind Rodgers for a year next year, and let's see where we go from there. I can't take it anymore. That was an absolute disgrace yesterday. And how many more times as Jet fans are we going to see the crap that we saw yesterday? We've seen it over and over and over and over again. 56 goddamn years without a Super Bowl appearance. 14 years without a playoff appearance. The longest streak in professional sports in the country. Not just the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball, the National Hockey League, the longest streak of anyone. 9 years without a winning season. They were a better team last year. They were a better team with freaking Zach Wilson as the quarterback last year than they are this year. Woody, and we know, look, everybody wants Woody to sell the team. Okay, bless you. My wife is not going to go into a sneeze-a-thon, so prepare yourself. All right? It's kind of like Sauce Gardner missing tackles. There'll be like 5 or 6 in a row. But, Woody Johnson is not selling the team, okay? He's got to do something to get this goddamn thing straightened out. And I'm telling you, desperate times call for desperate measures. I would do that at the bye. Why not? There's 2. Why not? Whatever it is. Why not? Bless you, by the way. There'll be more coming, everybody. I mean, it's unbelievable. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Bring Rex in here now. Not now, at the bye. Well, one more week. Well, let's lose to the Colts, and after we lose to them, then we'll bring Rex in here during the bye, and hopefully he can straighten this absolute goddamn mess out. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it, everybody. This team sucks. So much for Aaron Rodgers. They couldn't even put the goddamn ball in the end zone yesterday. And the defense is just an out-and-out disgrace. It's a disgrace, the defense. No other way to say it. Disgrace. This is not the defense it's been in years gone by. And I blame Joe Douglas for that, too. And it doesn't help that C.J. Mosley's done. Probably his career's probably over. I don't think you're going to see him again the rest of the year. This is disaster. And another play I want to throw out there, too. How about the play when Quincy Williams comes in unblocked off the edge and absolutely annihilates Kyler Murray? How about, instead of trying to take Murray's head off, you knock the ball out of his hand and maybe try to recover a fumble? Maybe you try to do that. How about that? Come in with the old LT tomahawk and try to knock the goddamn ball out of his hand. Nah, we don't do it. We don't force turnovers with the Jets. Then again, there were 2 that they forced yesterday that the officials hosed us on. Okay? Let's not forget that. I couldn't be more disgusted than I am today. I really can't. Let me get my sponsors in here because I'm just beside myself with glee here today. What a goddamn disaster. It really is. All right, the Hackensack Brewing Company. I don't know when the next live podcast will be. We'll let you know. We got to My daughter and Mike Jones got to figure that out. Located 10 minutes off the George Washington Bridge, 30 seconds off 30 seconds off Route 4 in beautiful Who Needs a House out in lovely Hackensack, New Jersey. Tap room's open 4:30 to 10 Monday through Friday, 2 to 10 Saturday, 12 to 8 Sunday, 78 Johnson Avenue in Hackensack, right behind the tombstones. And boy, there's a lot of jet tombstones lining up right now. A lot of them. Check it out. Check out my Oda Payne beer. See Mike Jones, TJ, Andre, everybody over there. And again, we'll let you know when the next live podcast will be, the Hackensack Brewing Company. Go see my son Johnny. How about Johnny yesterday? Okay, so Johnny, all right, and I do my picks every week with JJ on his podcast show, right? So JJ picked the Saints this past week against Atlanta. Saints who had lost 7 games in a row, right? They fired Dennis Allen. They got the new coach there, the special teams coach, Rizzi, I think is his name. I'm not sure. Anyway, so JJ said, when I told JJ that my son Johnny was going down to New Orleans for his birthday, happy birthday, Johnny, he's 40 now. How good would it be to be 40? But anyway, he went down there with his family for the birthday, and he went to his first Saints, he's a big Saints fan, and he went to his first Saints game yesterday at the Superdome, and he goes and watches the Saints end their 7-game losing streak, and they beat the hated rival Atlanta Falcons 20-17. So JJ said, look, Johnny's going. Boy, not only do I like them in the picks, I'm betting the money line. So I hope JJ did bet the money line. And I spoke to Johnny yesterday. He was giddy. Congratulations to him. I hope he's having a good time down there. And it had to be pretty enjoyable. His first ever Saint game, and he goes and they end their 7-game losing streak and beat the hated Atlanta Falcons on top of it. So congratulations to Johnny. But go see him. He'll be back, I guess, at the end of the week. You can check out Johnny. You can check out his boss, Harry, at Anita's Discount Tire in Rivervale, New Jersey on Westwood Avenue. Anything for your automotive needs. You need your car inspected, whatever you need. They'll get it done for you. So go check it out. They're the best. They really are. The tires, the whole deal. See Johnny and Harry at Anita's Discount Tire in Rivervale, New Jersey on Westwood Avenue. Now, Manscaped got a new deal for you at Manscaped. I really should be there. I said this on my Saturday show the other day when the great Chris and Baldwin called in. Chris, I know we're all very happy today. But, not from the Jets, obviously, from something else that we're still kind of basking in that glow, thank God. But anyway, the Beard and Balls bundle. How about that? Now, do you want your grooming routine to be one and done deal? Well, the days of using the same trimmer for your face and your private parts are over, thanks to our good friends at Manscaped. They've come up with the ultimate package to keep your hairs trimmed from top to bottom, 12 to 6. Introducing the Beard, that is, and Balls bundle, featuring my favorite thing, the Lawnmower 5.0, and the Beard Hedger. A trimmer for the moneymaker and another for the boys downstairs. Now, I thought the moneymaker was actually downstairs, but what do I know? Get 20% off and free shipping with the code ODAPAIN at manscaped.com. 20% off free shipping with the code ODAPAIN at manscaped.com for the premium grooming experience you trust Manscaped. And I've been talking to you for years. You're looking to trim your private parts downstairs, the family jewels, the balls area, and all that, right? You want it to look like you got a little more than you have down there, as I've said for years. Like, everybody wants to look bigger, right? Even if it's only an illusion, we'll take it. Then you got to use the 5.0 Ultra Lawnmower. It gets it done. No more of cutting, using a scissor where you could cut your nuts, or, if you've ever had blood from the balls area, okay, it is a traumatic experience. Take it from me, all right? You don't want that. Use the 5.0 Ultra Lawnmower. It is the absolute best, okay? And now you got the beard, for your beard, the Beard Hedger for your beard. You got the scalp, where the thing for your scalp where you massage your scalp. You got the shampoo and conditioner for your hair and for your body as well. You got the Manscaped underwear that keeps your balls in place. It's great for golf. You got the whole deal there. They got everything there. Check out Manscaped. They're the best. Join the 11 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped for all their grooming needs and get the Beard and Balls bundle today. And remember, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra ensures you're always looking your best below the waist, and the Beard Hedger takes care of everything up above. And don't forget to use the code O to Pain at manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with the code O the Pain. And with our football team, God knows there's a lot of that. No doubt about it. And last but not least, my good buddy Avi and everybody over at cardwinners.net. Now, if you're in the hunt for the best credit card deals, look no further than cardwinners.net. Whether you're searching for a personal credit card that suits your everyday needs, a business card to help manage your company's expenses, or a card that offers fantastic perks like airline points and cashback, we got you covered. Our site also features cards with promotional 0% APR offers and outstanding sign-up bonuses to help you get the most out of your spending. Explore my top picks. Had a decent week this week. Went 3-2, right? Had a winning week, 3-2. I'm now back to 500 for the year. I'm 25-25 for the year. There was one point that was like 8 games under. I've gotten myself back to 500 now for the year. 3-2 past weekend. Explore my top picks on cardwinners.net. And don't wait. Visit cardwinners.net today and discover the best credit card deals available. Cards are subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions apply. Cardwinners.net. Really not a lot more to say. What else can I tell you? It has been a terrible year for the Jets. And I'm going to say it one more time. After this absolutely disgraceful no-show performance against Arizona yesterday, it's desperate times call for desperate measures. After the Colt game next week, whether they win or lose, at the bye, I would bring Rex Ryan in here. Why not? Why not? Where are we going? Doesn't matter anymore. Let's go. This team needs a kick in the ass, okay? This team needs to be held accountable because there's no accountability on this goddamn football team at all. None. And it's time now to bring the new sheriff, just like the new sheriff's back in town in the country, it's time to bring the new sheriff back in town for the Jets. Let's get it done. What an absolute freaking disgrace it is, with this football team. Let's get the sheriff back in town in Florham Park. What an absolute goddamn joke. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Veterans Day holiday. And again, we want to thank everybody for their service. Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, right on down the line. Everybody. I want to thank my late father again for his service. Dad, thank you so much. And like I said, he's got a big smile on his face right now, wherever he is, for the results of the election last week. And all I can say is what I've been saying all along. God bless, all the love, everybody, and God bless America. Have a great Veterans Day.